It's your boy Beats by Ash back. Just got done with my interview, and we are ready to roll, boys. All right, we're good to go on YouTube. We're good to go on Twitch. We're good to go on Rumble. Rumble is on the way. How's everybody doing today? Honestly, I am very hyped for this Arena Open this weekend. This is going to be my last chance to play some competitive MH3, which I think has just been my best format yet. And hopefully I'll have enough money to buy the new set when it comes out, just all in paper, so I can do some draft prep for that. Try to go to some events. But also, the new Hearthstone set is on the way, so that's going to be super dope. Right now, I'm having a lot of fun with the Arena Cube. Honestly, I've been having a blast making blue-red decks. So far, those have been the ones that are the most fun to me personally. All right, let's go ahead and hop right into it. One second, I'm texting somebody. All right, let's run it. Honestly, what I like about this set is there's not a lot of information, so it's kind of like high skill testing when you think about it. Honestly, very high skill testing. Personally, I've been having the most fun with, I think blue-red is probably the best in my opinion. Ayo, the last second ready up. You love to see it. All right, welcome back to another Arena Cube draft on the channel. We're starting off with a pretty spicy pick one here. There is a Solitude, which I do think is a fairly strong card. Now, from what I've experienced in my matches, I just feel like this card isn't good in aggro. You really want to be playing control or some mid-range variant, but it is very strong in those decks. There's also an Atraxa. If you can build around Atraxa, this is a very good win condition. And then there's also a Fractured Identity. But those are kind of the main three that I'm interested in here. I guess there's a green, black, white land. And then there's a green, red, white, so that's a Naya. Honestly, this is a really tough pick here. I feel like green is almost sometimes just underrepresented. And there is a Kogla the Titan Ape, which I wouldn't mind getting back here. Since there's nothing in this pack that's really pulling me into spells, I think I'm just going to start with the Atraxa because that is a good win condition. One piece of advice I have for anyone who is drafting in this format is try to identify at minimum 2 win conditions for your deck. It's going to make it a lot easier for you because I was just having a discussion with a couple people where a lot of times you can end up with high value cards, but because the format is so diverse, if you only have one way to win the game, you might just be shit out of luck, you know? So you want to try to stay as open as possible, and you want to try to have a couple ways to win the game. Atraxa is a really good way to win the game, but you have to draft around it. Huali is a 3 mana, essentially mana dork that adds a basic, which is fine. The flipping ability is a little bit slow. There's also a Llanowar Visionary. I think this card's probably a decent enough amount better than this guy because when you do get a card, you're not really playing this for the card. You're playing it for the mana, and the fact it only taps for green is pretty limited in what you can do. There's also not like a great land here. Like there's the Surveil land, but there are better Surveil lands for us. I will say Stomping Ground is pretty good, but I'm going to go with Huatli here. Okay, there is a Polluted Delta, which I'm very, very interested in. Overall, this is a very low power level pack. I would say the best card in this pack is probably this card, Adeline. That card's pretty good if you have a white aggressive strategy. It's a really good finisher, and 4 toughness is somewhat difficult to respond to in the early game, depending on what deck you have. There's also a Path of Exile, but overall not very exciting. I'm just going to go with the fetch here. Okay, there is a Wolf Willow Haven. Pretty interested in that. There's also Bonehor Dracosaur. I've actually had really good experiences with this card. Typically, this is best in like a mid-range deck. If you can cause your opponent to like use a couple answers on your early game threats, then slam this down. If it survives for just 1 turn, you're probably in a really good position. There are some good aggro cards in this pack, like Bomat I'm pretty impressed with, but even then, it's not really a reason for me to go aggro. I'm not in a good position to do so. So I guess I'm going to go with this essentially overcosted Utopia Sprawl. All right, well, there is a Lightning Strike, which is a pretty good piece of removal. I feel like a lot of times in these decks, like you're happy to be red-green. It's usually pretty much the go-to if you're trying to play green. There is a Hollowed Fountain, though. Yeah, let's just pick up the Shock here. I mean, it gives us 2 colors for our Atraxa, so. And it works with the Polluted Delta. Well, I'm not really too interested in anything in this pack. I think I'm probably just going to take this Ill-Timed Explosion. I don't know that it really works with these green cards, but if I pivot off, this is definitely a good sign that red-blue could be the way to go. And I already have a Polluted Delta, so to be honest, if I can play red-blue spells, that'd be my primary option. Restless Ridgeland. I don't think I really care that much about that one. But I'm also not that impressed with multiple choice, so I'll probably just take this land. Okay, there's not a lot of great leftovers here. There is a Thundering Falls. Maybe that's a signal that red-blue could be a possibility for us. There's also a Tribal Flames, which I do think is pretty good if you're playing Atraxa, but I don't know that the dream to play green is really alive. Like, we haven't been offered many mana dorks. That's kind of what you're looking for. Okay, so we ended up getting back both tri-lands. That is good. Not really a big fan of Exclude. It's a mediocre card, to be honest. Yeah, let's go ahead and... We're going to take the Jetmir's Garden. Red-green duel. Oh, into a Stomping Ground. There's also a Commit. Commit is a pretty good card. Honestly, I think we're going to try to make this work. So I already have 3 red-green lands, which is pretty nice. Yeah, there's not really anything good in this pack. I don't really like that card. That card's been very bad for me. Hold on one second. Okay, what does this guy do? Yeah, I don't think this guy's very good. I'm not a big fan of Oko. Looks like we're being kind of pushed into the red-blue spells deck here. All right, well, we're starting off with a pretty rocky start here. I mean, we have decent lands. There's a Kogla and Eudora. Four red, 4 blue. I'm probably better situated to play the red-blue spells deck here. I'm just going to first pick a counterspell here. There is a Kogla and Eudora, which could wheel. I might end up being base green-blue. Okay. Well, there's not a lot of things that very much impress me in this pack. A very black-based pack. Flare of Denial has been pretty good for me, but we don't have any like good creatures to use with it right now. Tireless Tracker, I'm not a big fan of. Supreme Will's been okay. I think I'm just going to take the Flare of Denial, try to wield the Supreme Will. Okay, well, there is a Chandra, Torch of Defiance. There's also a Prismari Command. Both pretty good. There's also a Field of the Dead. I don't know that we're looking to be a Field of the Dead deck. Yeah, I kind of just got cut out of green there. Honestly, I think I'd rather take Chandra and try to wield this Prismari Command. I mean, the red-blue cards have been going pretty late. Okay. There is a Memory Deluge. There's also a Make Disappear. We don't have any good card advantage engines, so although I do really like Make Disappear, I think I have to go with Memory Deluge. Wow, after we get out of green, there's just a Crater Hoof. That's sad. But there is a Chandra Awakened Inferno, and we don't pass Chandras on this channel. We will not be passing any Chandras today. Okay, there's not a lot of great things for us in this pack. Probably just taking this Frost Titan. Windswept Teeth doesn't really go with what I'm trying to do. I kind of passed up on a lot of picks and kind of sacrificed a lot of stuff, but I think it's probably going to be fine. Just because red-blue seems to be very open. Okay, there is a Spell Snare, which I hate. There's a Fanged Flames, really like that card. Cold Steel Heart is a good one too, though. I'm going to go with the Fanged Flames. I just think this card is very powerful in terms of it being able to exile stuff, just being very premium in this format. Okay, well, there's a Dig Through Time. That's great. We're really looking for a Magma Opus here, a Sublime Epiphany, or a Gear Hulk. Getting passed back the Coglin Eudora. Interesting. 2 mana, deal 3 damage. There's also just a Consider. I think I'd rather take the Consider. Surveil's pretty important. We already have a Dig Through Time. We get passed back the Supreme Will, so that's great for us. Kind of low on win conditions, but maybe that'll be okay. Okay, there's a Wooded Foothills, our second fetch. That's pretty good. That can find us our Thundering Falls, so now we have 3 pretty decent lands. Slick Sequence versus Sleight of Hand. I think I'm going to go with Sleight of Hand here. Slick Sequence is okay. Okay, we get the Surgical Metamorph. That's actually kind of good. Take this Repulsive Mutation. Could splash green. That is a possibility. Spell Snare for the side. Versus aggro, it's a decent card. Okay, let's go.
I fucking knew it! Oh!
There is a Tameo, so that is a win condition that we really desperately needed. Hopefully we can get back the Worn Power Stone from that pack. That'd be really good for us. At this point, I really need like a Time Warp, a Magma Opus, or a Sublime Epiphany. Fable the Mirror Breaker would be really good too, but I assume someone's already taken that. I basically sacrificed 10 picks to be in the open lane, so it's not the most ideal. I mean, there is a Hostage Taker, which can win games, but we don't really have the lands to facilitate it. Draw card, Investigate's okay, but that'll probably wheel. Burn Down the House is probably our take here. Very good card versus aggressive decks, and we're not really looking to develop to the board. Opt or Volatile Spike would be fine as well. Oh my gosh, Fable the Mirror Breaker is still in this pack? Hell yeah. And there's a Fury? Wow. Fury, but also Steam Vents? That's really tough. I mean, I think I just have to go Fury here, right? Fury is just an absurdly strong card, especially with Fable the Mirror Breaker. This is a really good card, but we're not in a good position to play it. Oh, there's a Rona. I'll take that, I guess. Mana Drain, pick 6. Okay. Oh, but there's a Magma Opus. I have to take this. That's really shitty. I could have Mana Drain and Counterspell, but this is just one of our only ways to win the game. That's very unfortunate. Expressive Iteration. Expressive Iteration is really good, but we already have 2 cantrips. It's probably just Young Peasy every time. This is a win condition. Alright, this is looking like this is what our deck's going to be. Red, white. Oh, there's a Brainstorm. Brainstorm works with Tameo. We have 2 fetches. That's fine. Ornithopter of Paradise is pretty good too. I think I have to go with this. Finds our power cards. Oh, sweet. We wield the Worn Power Stone. Hell yeah. Definitely playing Worn Power Stone. Deduce is okay. Volcanic Spite is also pretty good. I think I'm going to go with the Spite. Wow, Goblin Bombardment. I don't know how that's going so late. That card's crazy. Well, we're not going to play it, but I'll take it so someone else can't have fun. Repulse, return creature, draw a card. I think I'd rather have this. Alright, we ended up with a pretty decent deck. The fact we got that Magma Opus was huge. It's just really sad it was in the same pack as the Mana Drain. Because the Mana Drain would be so insane in this deck. Do I mostly play this? No, I play different games. I play mostly just whatever card game I'm feeling. Okay, sweet. We get a Midnight Clock. That's amazing. I really wish that we would have got Black Sources to be able to play that Toxic Deluge, but that's okay. Alright, so we ended up with a pretty good red-blue spells deck, and I think we're going to be able to do fairly well with it. And we're frozen. We got to restart. That sucks. I feel like that happens to me, like, 1 out of 5 drafts, I just have to restart the client for no reason, and I don't know why. It just started this past month. Maybe it has something to do with the new update. I mean, I have enough RAM on my computer. It shouldn't be my computer. I'm not dissatisfied that we get to play this red-blue spells deck, but I was really excited to try doing Atraxa things, because in the last cube, Atraxa was crazy. I hate whenever you leave how they just automatically like put all the cards in your deck. That's so frustrating. That's probably good enough. Alright, deck looks good. Alright, sweet. Deck looks nice. Let's run it. Let's go ahead and hop into these games, see what we can do. I really like how the picture of my deck is Atraxa, but there's like, that's like the card that we have the least chance to be able to actually play. All right, going into match number 1, starting off on the play here. Yeah, I don't think I'm cool with this. That's pretty nice. Let's just put back the Titan. So he's using Lutri, that's really scary. Calling green. Okay. Bristly Bill, okay. Really need a land here. Not a land, that's fucked. Okay. Maybe we can get out of this. Do I want a flare here? Prevent a boom? Probably not. I feel like I have to do that. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's counterspell that. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be able to win this. Voice and collect sets are scary. Yo, what's up, Flex fam? How you doing today? Smuggler's Copter is back. It's so scary. No, stop smuggler coptering me. This card's broken. He gets to loot. No, I need to loot right now. This isn't fair. I'm playing the red-blue spells deck. Where's my loot tree? Imagine this guy was in the same pot as us and he just took the loot tree and stopped us from doing big spell things. The difference between a red-blue spells deck with loot tree and without is like ginormous. Literally ginormous. I'm putting a counter on my clock. Clock counter tings. No, no. Am I just dead? Maybe. Yeah, no, I'm just dead. I'm not going to reveal any more information to him. I understand what he's trying to do. I think our deck is way better on the play versus his deck. I mean, he seems like he has pretty big stuff. Did he have a lot of twos? He kind of did. Spell Snare could be okay. Could probably get away with it. This is a slower matchup, so maybe I just take out Burn Down the House. Put in my Power Stone. Probably seems a little bit safer since we're on the play. Yeah, I like that. It's good. Alright, let's go first. What do we like about this hand? Absolutely nothing, because this is a one-lander. Dude, why do I just draw so many one-landers in this format? Like, it's literally crazy. Keep 6. I have the Brainstorm plus the fetch, which is nice. The issue is, I really want to fetch to get my Thundering Falls. That's like the best thing for me to get off of my fetch, because I don't have a shock. I'm probably just putting back Flare. And then I'm just gonna turn 1 Thundering Falls. Nah, I can't keep that. It sucks that I don't have a shock. I don't have a shock, that sucks. Right? Yeah, the only dual land I have is a Thundering Falls, which is really bad for us. I guess let's do this now. Can put back 1 mountain. Disdainful Stroke seems really good. Cracker fetch. Okay, I don't know why I did that. For some reason, I thought I could get another blue source off of this fetch. I thought it was my polluted delta.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
I'm actually so bad for that. That's okay. It just means I have to midnight clock on turn 3 of the game. He's gonna go into a Watley. Okay. That really sucks. Okay. That's nice. That's so nice. We'll be able to do a 4-mana play, but putting on this midnight clock seems pretty irrelevant. Yeah, no, I think I just go consider. Hold this disdainful stroke. I don't think I can midnight clock this turn, which is very unfortunate. Am I done with One Piece or taking a break from it? Sorry, bro. My messages weren't popping up on Streamlabs for some reason. I mean, I'm not done with One Piece. You're like the 50th person, no, probably 100th person who's asked that. The issue is, since OPO 6, scalpers have made it impossible for me to receive product in the area I live in. So I've literally been pushed out of the game, on top of the fact that there hasn't been any tournaments available within like a 6-hour radius of where I live for like almost a year. And I just don't have the funds to be able to order all of the cards online at retail price. But I did just have a job interview today, so assuming that that goes well, I will be able to afford the next set and just order everything online. I do like enjoy playing the game, but I was currently just pushed out, so there's nothing I can really do about it. But also, like, it's like I don't have the opportunity to go to big events, which is like the main purpose of my channel. So like, if I'm able to make enough money to where I can afford to fly out to events, then I'll be more motivated to play the game. Because personally for me, I just don't find the sim very enjoyable. I think it's kind of like ugly to look at, and I also just think like it's not really enjoyable to watch from a viewer perspective. It's all good, Flex fam, I understand. You've been one of the nicer, one of the people who's been nicer about it. Literally yesterday, a person was like, hey, how does it feel to been streaming for a month with single-digit viewers? Don't you think it's time to go back to One Piece? And I was like, dude, that's like the most disrespectful thing that you could say. It's like, I've made it very clear that like I just currently cannot afford to play, and if I did, I would. But anyone who's been a long-time viewer of the channel knows that I didn't always just do One Piece content. I actually started off doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic, and this channel has always just been about doing whatever card game I'm enjoying at the moment and providing competitive insight as well as some comedic relief as we fuck up these chumps, you know? Okay, how do we feel about this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess let's consider first, see if that changes what we want to do here. Do I want that? I kind of like that. And I can just Ronas. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if he tries to pay and I do it, because this doesn't exile as a cost. Yeah, if I respond to it, he's cooked. Okay, he has the surveil land. Gotcha. I get it. I get it. This guy just gets no pussy. I understand. That makes a lot of sense. Hold on. I'm just going to blow your back out. Sir, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just going to blow your back out. That's fine. Well played, sir. Well played. Get fucked, kid. Get fucked. So, what does transforming this do? Transforming seems kind of like a Chad move. Literally, I have never transformed that card, and I hope that I just rip an Atali out of his hand. Oh, it has to be a source deals damage. I thought it was this guy who deals damage. I'm actually so stupid. There's a reason why I've never flipped that card. That's hilarious. It's okay. Maybe he just won't do anything. I did at least close the gap on the race, but I feel like it would have been much better in that situation. Had I known that that's the way the interaction works, I would have played Chandra, and then I would have untapped and then done it again. Okay, so his Smuggler's Copter still has Summoning Sickness. Gets it for the 1. I put the counter on my thing. I'm up to 5 mana. Am I ever just going Chandra? Or am I doing Fury things? Probably just Chandra. +1. Hey, it's a card I can't play. Oh, it is a card I can play. I can Smuggler's Copter. That's goated. I didn't realize I had 2 mana available. Smuggler's Copter. Yes, sirski, brother. Yes, sirski. That was actually so huge. That was literally so huge.
Yes, I see.
Good news, everyone. I reset the Smuggler's Copter. There will be no smuggling today, sir. Sir, stop hovering over my Chandra. Don't do me like that, son. Don't do me like that, son. He's actually going face. Okay. Polluted Delta. I guess let's do this first. Go get a blue, decrease our chances of breaking on this, and we'll go +1, exile the top card. It's a land, fuck me. Fuck me. No, fuck you. Guess I'll play Fury, because, like, why not? Plays a Lutri, get a free body. It's actually funny because I'm literally 1 turn away from midnight blocking. Bristly Bill, the OG. He's going in. He's going in. I'm scared. Does he have some double strike bullshit? Are you kidding me? That's so toxic, dude. What the fuck?
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Wow, that guy just straight sacked us. I mean, there was nothing I could do. I couldn't even flash in Fury. That's unfortunate. Good beats. Good beats, sir. Buddy just clapped up our cheeks. That was unfortunate. This is why I am a Modern Horizons 3 drafter at heart. Alright, let's play first. We have a shot here. Oh my gosh, Tamio, Polluted Delta. This is crazy. Into Fable. Tamio, Fable, the Wombo combo. The Dream. Okay. Doesn't do anything? Great. Draw one into a blue. We're goated. Play the island. Play Fable. Wow, that's so toxic. I guess let's attack. Okay, that's good. That's fire. Oh shit. He wooded foothills. That's nice. If I get another mana, I can go Chandra. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna blow this guy out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna save this dig through time. Land, land, land. Oh my god. That's amazing. Do that. Alright, the Tamiya ult is online. I know you want to beat one Planeswalker, but how about two, buddy? We're doing the thing. We're doing the thing, baby. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Wombo combo. You gonna respond with your bombardment that has no effect on the game. It's okay. It's okay, buddy. I'm just going Tamiyo ult. I'm just gonna draw half my deck and have no max hand size. That's fine. Everything is fine here, buddy. Everything's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. So I have 5 mana to play with. We'll go Midnight Clock. It's fine. Your guy's just gonna die. It's okay. I just drew half my deck. Nothing to worry about, folks. I'm in the driver's seat. I just altered with Tamiyo. It's a fun and fair card. I had to flip it over. I had to do work to do that. Because it required work, it is fair. I'm just negating your crashing foothills. Don't worry about it. It's okay. You just suspended for no reason. That's fine. I don't know why this guy isn't quitting out. I've literally destroyed every card in your deck. Okay. What are we doing here, buddy? My stream has other things to watch. They want to see some laughs. They want to see some crying feats. This is what you get for negating my fabled mirror raker, brother. Do not negate a man's fable like that. And the funny thing is, I can literally shuffle my library back in the deck with Midnight Clock, which allows me to not ever deck out. So I can go infinite hand size, and I can just not deck out. I'm just gonna go Frost Titan. It's okay. Just Frost Titan, just Frost Titties here. Frost Titties is here. Never fear, buddy. Never fear. I don't know why people in this format just play so damn slow. Like, it's probably one of the biggest negatives to this format. It's like, dude, why are you not quitting out? I drew out my deck. I have no maximum hand size. My deck is literally just all gas, and I have a Midnight Clock so I can shuffle everything back. We get it. You can sack and kill my Rona. That's dope, man. I love that for you. Oh, what do you know? It's a land. Alright, just gonna hold up my counter spell. You're just dead here, bud. You know what? I'm not going to show him we have that. Yeah, fuck it. Oh my gosh, that guy took way too long. I gotta plug in my phone. Okay, sweet. I think this card's just too good not to keep. Okay, sweet. So I can just go ill-timed explosion here. Oh, that's nice. That's so nice. Into a fetch. We're literally crazy. Literally absurd. I'm actually vile here. Yo, what's up, Cyclone? How you doing today? Oh shit, you want to attack for 0? Not good? What's happening, my man? What is happening, my man? I feel like I just ill-timed explosion. He's holding up a white, and previously he used a mana tide, so I might as well play my blue first. Discarding, probably just this Chandra. I mean, I only needed a 1 damage, right? Broken up, damn, bro. I'll have to get a dub for you. You need to hit the gym, my guy. You need to get on the grind set. That's the only way that makes you feel better. I just had an interview today for a new job that might potentially get that would like drastically like change my financial position, so pretty hyped about that. Basically, I would be making videos for the police and like running their social media, which is kind of what I already do, like freelance-esque, so it would allow me to work on my editing skills while being paid, so I'm lit for that. Okay, so we just need 1 more mana in order to, like, fuck this guy up. Bro, what you need to do is just go to the gym, get really jacked, and just get an even hotter bitch. That's what I would do. That's kind of like the Chad move. That's a really based move, many would say. You know what they say. When you don't have the mana to play one Chandra, you play the other Chandra. And then you play Young Peasy. Because Young Peasy be that guy. Young Peasy is Timothy. Congrats for the new job. Thank you, bro. I mean, I don't have the job secured yet. It was just an interview. But it was just like to qualify. So probably what's going to happen is they're going to hit me back up. And then I'm going to have to do like a video project. Because my mom also like tried to apply for a similar job. And it's at the city. And my mom works at the city. So I helped her on that project. Okay, well now I just could have both Chandras. That is incredibly based. Oh wait, never mind. I can just use the effect of my Tamio to -7. Okay, good game, sir. Let's go. Pour one out for all my homies who got fucked up by Tamio, man. Pour one out. Now I'm going to play my other Chandra. Chandra control. Oh wait, I can still do that. That's kind of broken. Burn you for 2. Damn. Oh, why did I get allowed to, like, even do that? Man, that really sucks that got exiled. That was like our win con. But I mean, what can I say? I have literally 3 planeswalkers on board. Yeah, I am a video editor. I mean, I'm mainly on YouTube. The only reason why I'm streaming on Twitch right now is because there's just no reason not to. Like, the Twitch isn't really that important to me, but this also is just kind of my for fun channel, so I don't really care like what happens with it. My main priority is I have an MMA content channel that I do with my coach, and basically I upload like technique videos for different like boxing, jiu-jitsu, like Muay Thai techniques, and then people like will pay for those. So basically I sit on the computer and I edit videos for like 12 hours a day without breaks, which is kind of a base move. And then I allow myself to go to the gym at 4 a.m. And that's how I go outside. Okay, why has this guy not quit out yet? It should be a crime that I'm able to go Chandra on Chandra. Like, I think I'm too based. I need to be nerfed. Don't mind me, I'm just pressing the plus button on all my walkers. I plus for days. Wait, how many mana do I have? I have so much mana, it's hard to tell. Okay, so I think I can do this. Tap down his Triome. And that's going to be wraps. Okay, just take your burn damage, sir. It's fine. Yo, thank you for the follow, bro. Do I only play this game? Well, to be honest, I mainly enjoy card games. I'm really bad at shooters. I do enjoy shooters. Like, I did really enjoy playing Valo for a bit. But the thing is, I only started, like, playing with keyboard and mouse, like, 2 years ago, back when I was in college. So I'm just like really bad with those like muscle memory skills. And so like most of the time, if I'm gonna play a game that's not based on me creating content on the YouTube channel, then it's probably just a game that my friends like wanted me to play. So I mean, I definitely like enjoy like Overwatch or Valorant. Probably more Overwatch is my style because like I'm just ass at shooting. But I guess those are probably my most enjoyed FPS games. So have you ever played Magic before? Or do you like not understand how it works? If you don't understand how it works, just know I'm fucking this guy up. Okay, I'm gonna burn this guy because I'm a Chad. Oh, I have a minus ability. Damn. I'm gonna play Fable the Mirror Breaker. Kiki Jiki!
I fucking knew it! Oh!
Never fear. Kiki Jiki is here. You like Overwatch? Overwatch is cool. Honestly, Overwatch is one of the games that I think is more enjoyable to watch. Like, a lot of games, their issue is, like, for example, I guess one of the primary issues with Overwatch was that they just dumped so much money into the esports scene, when in reality, if you want a thing becomes an esport because the community wants to become an esport, not because the company is pumping money into it. Literally, that has like never been a good thing to do outside of League of Legends. But for the most part, like, that's not worth it, because in general, like, people who purchase gaming teams just lose a fuck ton of money. And so, like, you take something like Rocket League. Rocket League is a prime example of a good game that became an esport because the company didn't pump money into it, trying to turn it into an artificial sport. The community just wanted to take it to that next level, and that's how it became an esport. I have no idea why this guy's still in the game. Alright, thank you for leaving, bro. Thank you. Good news, everyone. That guy's out of here. Man, that guy was just straight up stalling. So basically what I'm doing right now is called cube draft. So I don't know if you're familiar with a normal booster draft. So essentially there's two main ways to play Magic. Number one, you either make a 60 card constructed deck compiled of cards of your choosing, or you can play what is called limited or sealed, which is what I'm doing. So essentially, there is a list. Some cubes have a theme. This one doesn't. This is just the most powerful cards ever created in all of Magic. And one of each of these cards are inserted into the pool. So then you start off by each person opens up one pack. And then you pick a card out of that 15 card pack. Pass it to the next person. They take a card out of that pack. And there's 8 people at a table. So your pack will come back to you. And you have to know like what cards you're wanting to like try to get back on what's called the wheel, which essentially just means the pack came back to you. And after you go through the first pack, you guys open 2 more packs, and then you build a 40 card deck. So you're gonna end up with about 45 like playable cards, and then you have what are called lands, which are a mana resource that are just given to you for free. And so typically you're gonna use like 23 out of like the 40 something cards you get, and then you're going to use the basic lands that you're just given to compile a deck, and there's like a lot of skill testing involved. Do I daily stream? I mean, I've been streaming a lot recently just because I've been like in between projects and waiting for to hear back on jobs, but at the moment I mean, I don't really have a schedule because I'm more so doing this for fun. I'm not expecting to like generate money. Like eventually, like, I mean, my YouTube generates some amount of money, but that's not like how I'm subsidizing my income, because I just don't really see this as like a long-term strategy. I think the other content I'm doing on my other channels is just proven to be way more lucrative, and this is just something I'm really passionate about. But I mean, if someday this turns into like a well-paying thing, then I would consistently stream every day. Right now, I'm just doing it whenever I can. Okay, so I think this is really good. I don't know what kind of deck this guy is playing. I do really like Magma Opus, so it's difficult for me to not keep this. Yeah, I think I just have to get rid of it. So I built what's called a red-blue spells deck. So my goal is not focused on playing creatures, it's playing spells. And essentially I'm trying to control the board to defeat the other person via just like card advantage and just controlling the board. Okay, you went down to 5. That's really good for us. So I have a Rona, which means we can start cycling, which is kind of good. Okay, that's really good for us. So let's drop down our Rona. Potentially, if he plays down a creature here, I just go Fang Flames. Then on the next turn, I hold up Disdainful Stroke. Okay, so he has a Sorin. So far for me, Sorin has just not really been good in this format because this card is too difficult to trigger. It's too much of an investment. So whenever you cast a spell, you can pay 1 mana, and if you do, each opponent loses 1 and you gain 1. And you have to gain 3 or more life in order to flip this over to the other side and get like a cool bonus effect. But the issue is there's like not a lot of good cards that allow you to gain life. So more often than not, this is just a 1/4 lifelink, which is not a good stat line in this format. So let's go ahead and kill his Sorin, because like that's just kind of a Chad move. I just be that guy, you know? And then let's just pass, and then we can loot on his turn. You mean I want to show gameplay to the audience, have fun with them? Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, most of my content on my YouTube is positioned towards competitive play. So, like, I go to, like, a lot of, like, competitive tournaments in, like, Yu-Gi-Oh!, One Piece card game, and, like, I'm trying to get into Magic, but there's not really any, like, places nearby. and then I try to like give like updated like what are the best decks, what are the best things to be doing in the game to like be competitive, because I have a long history of playing at like a very high level across the country and winning a decent amount of money in my time, in my 10 years. I'm still a young 23. Okay, I probably should get rid of this. He already knows what that is. Okay. Part of me doesn't really want this island, but he is kind of in a slow situation. Yeah, I'm just gonna play this down. And then I'm not gonna attack because I don't really win by damage. I win by attrition here. Tomic, wielder of laws. Okay. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. That's literally absurd. Fuck yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so absurd. I love this. I love this so much. Let's drop down. Kiki Jiki to the skies, brother. It is your time. Kiki Jiki, go. So for anyone that's new, Kiki Jiki is a very old card that is historically known as one of the most broken and unenjoyable cards to go against. This card, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, is basically a new take on Kiki Jiki, and it basically just gives you a Kiki Jiki without having to do any work, and it only costs 3, so it's literally absurd. So he's going to put down an Archangel Elspeth. Ideally, he puts 2 1/1 counters on his guy. No, he's going +1. That's actually kind of bad for us. So he's going to attack his battle. He's attacking his battle, okay. I'm probably just going to use Rona's effect and discard Brainstorm. I don't know that I really want a Midnight Clock either. That's a very weird situation. Do I Brainstorm? Nah. If I Brainstorm, though, it does potentially guarantee us a land. I kind of just want to kill that guy. If I kill that guy before the combat step, it means I can just send all my dudes towards him. Well, no, I can just draw 2 off Kiki Jiki. I don't know. I'm stupid. I don't know why I would do that. Okay. Okay. Well, I do need a red, so I have to discard both these. I need a red so bad here. Yes. Yes. We got it, boys. We got him.
I fucking knew it! Oh!
Better player. Better player. Fury. Fury, if you've never seen this card before, it's because it recently was added online. This card has been in the game in person for a while, and it is currently banned in the most powerful formats. That shows you this card is unfair. Okay, I can actually go Flare of Denial to negate whatever he does, so that's actually kind of huge. So I'm gonna send these here because there's no reason for us to loot that. Tokens are inbound. He's actually blocking that. Okay, that's huge for us. You enjoy the stream. Appreciate it, brother. I hope you're able to recover from this breakup, get jacked, and fuck hotter bitches. Oh, sir. I cannot allow you to do that. That's too bonkers. Okay, I'm just going to negate that, sir. It's fine. We're just negating things. Young Peasy puts respect on it. Yeah, that's kind of why a lot of people have, like, enjoyed my content. Because in the past, one of the things that a lot of people liked about me is that I would do these podcasts on, like, a tournament report that I traveled to and, like, do a vlog and stuff. And in the podcast, I would basically, like, just be outside smoking cigars and just ranting and, like, yelling at people. Because there's, like, I used to do a lot of One Piece card game content, and there were a lot of people in the game who were cheating. And I would just, like, the game company was literally like trying to punish people for calling out people for cheating. And I was like, no, fuck this person for that. Fuck that person for this. And I just name drop them and I just be smoking a big cigar. And people were like, damn, that's cool as fuck. I went to this one convention. It's called Collecticon. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Essentially, it's the largest trading card game and collectibles convention in the United States. And there were like multiple vendors there who were like, hey, do I know you from somewhere? I'm like, I don't know, maybe. And he's like, dude, you're the cigar guy who yells at people outside. I'm like, yeah. And I was like, damn, that's cool. All right, don't worry, sir. Your planeswalker's just gone. Don't worry about it. It's just gone. Your planeswalker's just been deleted. Everything is fine. We're working here, people. We're working. No, sir, calm down. Dude, what the fuck? What the fuck?
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
That was the most gay thing I've ever seen. That was actually fucked. Well, I don't want to do damage to my own guys, so like, let's just not do that. Alright, don't mind me. I'm just making treasures. We love a good treasure this time of year. Bro, I literally have 4 treasures. That's actually ridiculous. I have 4 treasures, but I don't have a treasure cruise. Like, what the heck is going on, man? Oh, by the way, if you don't know this, Cyclone, if you do command avatar in the chat, exclamation point avatar, you can select who you want to be in the Straw Hat crew from One Piece. You can also do things like, I'm gonna gamble right now. Some people just come here to gamble. So you can do exclamation point slots and you can gamble away your channel points, which is really cool. Because I like to incentivize gambling, especially whenever you break up with someone, you need to win a couple channel points. You know what I'm saying? Okay, how do we fuck this guy up? I think I actually just ill-timed explosion, but this could blow me back. Maybe I attack first, since it probably just nukes my guys. Well, no, I can just discard my lands. Okay. That's decent. Kind of decent for what? Oh shit, I just won a jackpot for 50. Let's go. The schmeckles have been added to my account.
I fucking knew it! Oh!
Go to combat here. I'm gonna blow his back out. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. I'm about to blow his back out. Yes, yes. The treasures and the goblins, they're all mine. Elementals, I guess. I still have 3 treasures. Even though I bricked for like 5 turns, I still have a chance to beat this guy, which is literally hilarious. Okay, that's a Liliana. Liliana is a waifu. If you don't know who Liliana is, she is my waifu. I actually have a video I did with Liliana. Dude, fuck. Why the fuck am I top decking this garbage for 5 turns in a row? Like, this guy legitimately might have an opportunity to beat us, and that's so sad. If I attack with everyone, he can destroy his battle, which I really don't want him to do, because Invasion of Gobakon is kind of bonkers. If you want to see something really cool, I'll link it in the chat. I have another channel where basically I go to cosplay conventions and I interview hot cosplay girls and steal their clout. All right, check this out. The person in this video is literally the same card that that person just played. It was Liliana of the Veil, which is one of my favorite cards of all time. Oh my gosh, we actually finally drew something.
I fucking knew it. Oh!
Is that just game? I think that's game. Chandra in this bitch. Hey. 1,000 bands getting rich. Hey. I'm gonna go ahead and exile your guy because that guy's kind of toxic. For real, for real. And then I'm gonna make another guy so I can get more treasures. Treasure control, baby. Not done yet. Underestimated 3.0. Let's go. Okay, I think the deck is just solid versus this guy. So in between game 1 and game 2, because this is the best of 3 match, essentially these cards I can exchange for other cards in my deck if I feel like the matchup like depends on it. So for example, this card is, or no, let me give you a good example. So this card is good, but it's better against someone who has a slow deck. This guy, he has what's considered an aggro deck, which means he's trying to just like kill us in the early game. And because our deck is control based, if we survive until the late game, we just automatically win. So like this card would not be good against them. But if they were also playing control, then I would be able to swap it out for like this card, which is a card that's primarily good versus aggro. So since our deck is already pretty situated to beat this person, I probably don't need to change anything. Or no, there's a play with fire. I actually do really like that, right? Or do I like that? No, his deck might be a little more mid-rangey. Yeah, I think this is fine. If I'm not wrong, you're going to mention this game. Which game do you think I am the best at playing? I mean, I don't think I'm the best at this game. I think, so there's a lot of different formats within Magic. You have what's called, what we're doing right now, which is called Draft, where you're using a sealed deck. And I explained that a little bit before, but you could also be playing in a different format called Constructed. You have like standard, modern stuff like that, and that's where you bring a deck of your choosing. This event we're playing in, we basically were given a bunch of random cards to make a deck out of, so everyone is essentially on the same playing field, right? Because some constructed formats, it might cost you like $1,000 to build a deck, and obviously some people are going to be gate-capped at the opportunity of competing in those, but these events are usually like $10 each, so pretty much anyone can play these, and I think I'm very good at Draft. I wouldn't say I'm like the best person. If you can see in the back, I have like multiple, basically all of my walls in my office are filled with playmats that I've won from Yu-Gi-Oh! And I played Yu-Gi-Oh! On a somewhat professional level for about 10 years since I was 12 years old. And I would say I'm really, really good at Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, a lot of people would consider me one of the best people in my state. And there's a lot of good people in my state. Like one guy I'm friends with, he's literally on the team with the guy who just won Worlds for the first time. And that means a lot because before this year, no one from the USA had ever won Worlds. But with the One Piece card game, a lot of people considered me like the best person in the Midwest. And I mean, I've beaten a lot of high-level people in the One Piece card game. The issue is that most of the events have been on the West Coast or the East Coast, and since I'm in the middle of the United States, I like haven't had the opportunity to fly out to all of those. Not to mention that a lot of the events fill up to capacity within 1 minute of signups going live, which means a lot of times you can't even get into the events. But a lot of people would say I'm probably one of the best people at the One Piece card game. I mean, when the first set came out last year, I was when the first set came out last year, I won. I got 13. I got first place at 13 out of 17 events, which is very, very insane. But as people got better at the game, my win rate depreciated a little bit, but I was still like doing very well. Okay, I think in this situation, I'm actually gonna Fury here, and I'm gonna get rid of my Chandra. No, I'm just gonna kill his Sorin. Maybe I should have attacked, because then I could have killed both, potentially. Yeah, let's just put the Young Peasy out. Young Peasy on the beat. Genuinely listen to and respond to everyone questions and comments. Yeah, I mean, I try to do it. Unless someone's being toxic, then I try to troll them. But honestly, I don't have a lot of time to sit there and respond to YouTube comments. Especially if I'm uploading consistently. Okay, he's gonna touch the spirit realm. That's kind of gay of him, man. Not gonna lie.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
That's kind of hot. That's kind of hot indeed. Alright, I need this guy to occupy the board so I can blow his back out. I mean, I'll make that trade all day, buddy. I'm just going to pass and let him develop, because then I can go Ill-Timed Explosion, which puts 3 cards in the grave for our dig. Well, that's fucked. Okay, he set up my dig through time there by doing that, which is really good for us. So this card's really cool because it costs 8 normally, but you can reduce the cost of this card by 1 for every card that you remove from your graveyard. So because that guy made us discard a card, we actually had enough mana to be able to play it, in which normally we would not be able to do that. Okay, does anything answer his Planeswalker? I guess burn down the house does. So if I burn down the house and then play the island, I guess I can do that. It's kind of a bad, like, thing to take there, but okay. So I'm going to do this and then just hit his Liliana, it dies. And now, if he develops to the board, we can draw 2, then discard 2, and this will deal damage to all creatures equal to the highest cost among cards we discarded. So we're in a pretty good position. Okay, not if he's top decking like that. If he's just top decking ass, then that's really bad for us. Alright, now I have a counter spell. I just have to pass, take some damage here. That's fine, though. Bro, please play something. I really want to stop you from playing the game, brother. He's actually just doing so much with that drain. He's clocking us. He has us on a 6-turn clock. Hey, it's a card I can play. Cool. Does it give me a card I can play? No. Does it give me a card I can play? No. Fuck me. I think I wait one more turn. If he doesn't do anything this turn, then I will Ill-Timed Explosion, just for fun. For funsies. Okay, he's draining us. Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to calm down. That's kind of bonkers. Stop doing that, please. Into a polluted delta? The P. Diddy? Yeah, I think I just have to do this. This is so bad. The fact I'm doing this is so bad. Are you kidding me? I'm literally gonna draw 2 more lands. What the actual fuck? That's so messed up. The chances of us drawing a land there were 33% 2 times. We legitimately just hit a 33% negative chance 2 times in a row. This guy might actually be able to kill us without actually drawing a creature and using his land. Wow. Will this guy actually just play a real fucking card one time, please? Play a real card for the one time, please. Alright, he has this on a 2-turn clock. I'm gonna Polluted Delta here, go get this Surveil land. This is like our last turn to actually have a chance of doing something. No, that doesn't do anything. I need to draw a card here, please. Please let me do something. Dude, what the actual fuck?
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Are you kidding me? We're just gonna draw 8 lands in a row? That's so toxic. This guy is so ass. Alright, we're going to game 3. We're going to game 3, baby. Wow. That was like probably some of the worst dead draws I've ever seen. And this guy's deck's literally garbage. No, I think our deck is legitimately good. I think I just got unlucky. Yeah, I'm not putting anything in. I think we just got unlucky. Yeah, this guy's deck is so bad. There's no way we lose this guy 2 times in a row. They call me Johnny the Is It Jit for a reason. Let's roll with it. Yes, turn 1 Tameo. We love to see it. Tameo into Young Peasy. Top deck Fable of the Mirror Breaker because we're just jitted like that, please. Alright, we're gonna investigate. Ooh, I've got a secret. Ooh, don't tell. It's a clue token. It's my secret. No, don't kill my Tameo. Don't you do that, sir. Sir?
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Sir, stop making me brick on lands. This is getting kind of fucked. Brother, how the fuck can I brick this hard? I have so many bricks I could build a house. Alright, Chandra, don't let us down. Please. Mommy Chandra, do not let us down. Mommy is inbound with 5 loyalty. There's no way he cooks us here. He's just passing? Bro, that's so bad. Why would you do that? Oh my gosh, we are hard bricking. Bro, why am I bricking so hard randomly? Sir, please do not target my planeswalker. Do not target my planeswalker. Do not draw a land. Do not draw a land. Why? That is such a useless card. What the fuck? Appreciate it, bro. Unfortunately, we're just getting straight Mog. Okay, I'm gonna hold full control. Okay, his guys are tapped down. We have a shot here. We are at 6, which is really bad. Okay, that's really good. No, we don't get that. Get that shit out of here. Get that shit out of here, son. I'm clocking you. The reverse clock. Good players win these every time. Unless our opponent sacks us. Then I don't know. I'm sorry, sir. You're not going to be able to animate your land and win it this time. Oh my gosh, that's so toxic. Okay, okay, we have a shot in the dark here. Okay. Hit you for 6. Okay. I'm just going to return this back to hand. Think my channel is too plain? I mean, my channel is good. I've done a lot. I mean, I upload very consistently. I'm not trying to add anything to the stream. The games that I play don't really allow for overlays. It wouldn't be beneficial, trust me. I'm not really worried about it. Okay. What if I get Fury here? Okay, we're gonna do this. Now, if he doesn't stop, this is just game. Okay, I can lightning strike for game. Oh my gosh. Wow, that was so stressful. This guy is so bad. I literally just bricked so hard, but somehow we pulled it out. Let's go. Kind of nice like that. I'm kind of nice like that, eh? Alright, let me go to the bathroom real quick. That guy just stalled us out. I honestly really enjoy Cube Draft, but people just take so long that it's almost not worth it. All right, we're Gucci. We're Gucci. It's time to run it up in MH3. I love Cube. The issue is these people are just too fucking slow. It's crazy the summer is almost over. After being out of school for a full year, it's like things are just different now. Also, just being a content creator, I lose track of the days. I'm like, did I upload a video this day or am I uploading a video tomorrow? There are 2 days. Days with an upload, days that need an upload, and days that I have to prepare one for the next day. Man, I'm hyped to play some MH3. There's an arena open this weekend, and I'm obviously going to win $2,000, you know? Wizards is all about helping poor people, you know? That's what the arena open's about. All right, I'm going to turn down the air in here. Legitimately, it's just so drastically hot outside for no reason. Like, I swear, it's been like 90 this whole month. All right, we're finally good to go. All right, welcome back to another Modern Horizons 3 draft on the channel. We're starting off with a pretty basic pack one, pick one here. There is a Marauder, a Unsealing, a Repurposer, and then there are 2 MDFCs to choose from, although nothing really pops out to my eye. I think if you want to stay the most flexible, you probably go with the Blood-Soaked Insight. But if you just want the best card, I'm probably just going to take Repurposer since green is the best card in the format. Plus, there are no other green cards in this pack, so it's unlikely someone will follow me into the green path. You know what they say, a chance at a Chrysalis is almost as good as a Chrysalis, because Chrysalis is broken. Alright, pick 2 here. Another Blood-Soaked Insight, Area Auxiliary, Solar Transformer, It That Heralds the End. This is a very, very strong pack here. I would like to say that someone took a green card out of this pack, but that's never really confirmed, I have to say, because of the way that play boosters have changed the dynamic of things. You never know if there was just no cards of that one color in the pack, or if someone took it until at least the 3rd or 4th pick. I could just follow this up with It That Heralds the End. It's probably the highest synergy card here. But there's also a Area Auxiliary. And there's a chance that we end up wheeling this Faithful Watchdog. So I think I'm going to take the Area Auxiliary. If the Watchdogs are flowing, then green-white is definitely a good thing to be doing. Okay, well, there is a Conduit Goblin if we want to try to transition into red-white, which seems to be the deck I have the most success with. I kind of want to get those on the wheel, though. There is a Pyro Surfer, which works fine in red-white or red-green. And there's not really an insane green card in this pack. Hydra is okay, but those tend to go pretty late. So I think here, I'm going to go with the Pyro Surfer. Okay, well now there's another Conduit Goblin and another Area Auxiliary. So there's a good chance that we get at least one Conduit Goblin on the wheel. So with that being said, I'm going to lock in another Area Auxiliary here. See if the red-white's still flowing. Oh my gosh, the white is flowing and it's so juicy. It's so juicy. Let's take another Metastatic Evangel here. Into a Raw and Implicit Maze? Okay, goodbye green. We are committed to red-white with a very likely chance to wheel a Conduit Goblin in that second pack. There's also an Inspired Inventor that we could get from our first pack, as well as the Blood-Soaked Insight. We've got a green, blue, black land, and we've also got a Siege Smash. Both are pretty much a dime a dozen. I'm decently likely to put one of these in my deck, so I guess I'll just take it now. Thriving Skyclaw, but that is a red-white duel. I'd like to get at least one duel, so I'm going to pick that up here. So far, so good. As long as we get at least one Conduit Goblin back and my intuitions are correct, then we're going to be in a very, very good position. So this is a very important draft to make an example of, because typically in this format, the best thing that has been working is to do whatever the open lane is, and we've been seeing pretty strong signs that red-white might be the thing to do. Okay, so we didn't end up getting back the Inspired Inventor. Also didn't end up getting back the Blood-Soaked Insight. I'm just going to take the rare, not looking to play any of those cards. Show me a Conduit Goblin, please. Show me a Conduit Goblin. Show me I made the right decision, baby. Holy crap, this guy is literally holding 6 packs. We've got a greedy pack hoarder in the chat. Pour one out for my greedy pack hoarders. Pour one out for my greedy pack hoarders, please. Also, let me hold a Conduit Goblin, buddy. Man, the packs are very far away from us. This is a Goblin here. I'm feeling it. No, we didn't get the Goblin. L's in the chat. L's in the chat.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Now we're just red-white with no goblins. That hurts so bad. You don't really want to play 3 drops in a deck like this. I'm going to take the Blood-Soaked Insight. Our deck's looking to do damage. Most likely what's happening is there's another person on the other side of the table who's also playing red-white, but I still feel pretty decent being in this position. Who knows, we could end up cutting our white here. It felt like white was flowing, but maybe things have changed. Maybe someone pivoted into the Goblin before I did. Since there was 2 potential chances to get a Goblin, I felt like it was a pretty good thing to be doing, but looks like somebody has gobbled up the Goblins this time, unfortunately. A red-white deck without a Goblin is like a Beats by Ash without a cigar, you know? Those things go hand in hand. Alright, well, I guess I'll just take this Rush of Inspiration. I don't really have a good energy theme. Chances of us being black-red are somewhat. I'll take this. Black-red blue land, okay. Void Pouncer, not looking to play that in a deck like this. We ended up in a weird place. Yes, we do have good red and white cards. We didn't get the goblins. And it's looking like somebody is cutting us off. L's in the chat for the people who cut off Mr. Beats by Ash 1000 bands. That is a no-no around these parts. Let me tell you. Okay, we get a basic. Pack 2 treat us well, please. Alright, well, there's not a huge amount of good red and or white cards in this pack, which is very sad for us. Let's see what we have going on here. So if we wanted to just be red-green, is that a possible thing? We do have more red than we do white. This is a tough decision. There's also just a red-green duel. I could pivot off into green, taking Horrific Assault or taking the Propagator. There's also just a white card. Like, I just feel like our chances of playing white are somewhat slim. Do I want Propagator or do I want Horrific Assault? I'm going to take Horrific Assault in case we end up playing green. Very weird position to be in. If we're going to pivot, now is the time to pivot. So we have to weigh our 2 good green cards versus our 3 good white cards. We do have 3 white cards versus 2 green, so there's a slight edge to white, but there's still like an option for us to be green. And if you can get into green-red without having to splash, you're feeling great. The main reason I was willing to sacrifice that pick is because there wasn't really anything that was super high upside in red-white, so I don't think we were really sacrificing a lot. Once again, this guy, the greedy pack hoarder, is holding 3 packs. Come on, buddy. Pass the Writhing Chrysalis or take it. Let's see something. To be honest, I'm not really interested in panels for my channel or any like custom stuff, but I appreciate it. Yo, what's up, Will? Oh my gosh, there is a Flage. How is this being passed?
I fucking knew it! Oh!
Alright, screw green. We're going red-white. I've never literally gotten to play with Flage in this format, and in my opinion, this is probably the best bomb in the entire set. It allows us to go aggro while also having a chance to play a control game without sacrificing anything, which is literally crazy. We could also get back an Area Auxiliary or a Zealot, so this pack is actually crazy for us. Holy crap, man. We are on a roll. Hot diggity dog, baby. Hot diggity dog indeed. Flage is the only 3-drop you're actually looking to play in this format. In the red-white deck. Alright, I gotta steal these Conduit Goblins. There's some greedy Goblin Hoarders in this draft pod, and I'm gonna have to deny them. Alright, what do we got going on here, my guy? There's a Stump Stomp, probably just the best card in this pack. Not a lot else going on here. There's another Void Bouncer. I don't want to play those if I don't have to, but if we're low on 2 drops, we have to do it. So let's take the Stump Stomp. Still could be red-green splashing a Flage. Red-green splashing a Flage isn't terrible. But I am very incentivized to just go red-white with that card. Okay, what do we got left here? No good white card. There is a green-white land. Is that worth it? If we want to be base green just splashing white, that could be pretty impactful. I think I'm actually going to take it here because there's a chance that we're going to have to do that just with the way that the draft is going. Although very unfortunate. Alright, just drop us in a Writhing Chrysalis, baby. Our fixing is looking pristine. Plus, if we go green-red, it opens us up more of an option to play these Void Pouncers, which are going around the table like candy. This is tough. There's a Hydra if we want to commit to green. There's a Slith if we just want to say, fuck it, we're putting our feet in the sand and we're going white. Four white, two green. I mean, I'm not super incentivized to go green with what we have. I'm just going to buckle down. If we do get a Chrysalis, though, we're going to be glad we got this Windswept Heath. Okay, pick 6 Area Auxiliary. Sign me up for that, baby. I don't want any other 4-drops, but that is just good. Deck is looking very light here. We actually might just be low on playables. I guess I'm playing Void Pouncer at the moment. People are definitely pivoting a lot in this draft, and it's really cucking us. The people around us need to freaking make up our mind, man. Make up their mind. My mind's made up. They need to make up theirs. Oh, hey, there's a Hexgold Slith in there, too. Budget Conduit Goblin at its best. The Budget Goblin has entered the chat. Okay, I guess there's a Phyrexian Ironworks. I don't want to play that, but I'm kind of forced to. We have to get a couple cards on the wheel here. Hopefully the Slith comes back, because our deck is not looking good. We have good cards, but we've had to waste so many picks because people are just pivoting like crazy. This pack is so bad for us. I don't want another 4-drop, but I don't want any of these cards. I might just be forced to play this many 4-drops, which is really bad. This looks like one of those drafts where it's like you just bite down and just hope that you're past cards. Okay, I just have 4 Area Auxiliary. How is this card going around the table, but Conduit Goblin is not? This is arguably like one of the most pivotal cards in that deck. Well, this is not looking good for us. We get nothing on the wheel. Our deck isn't that energy hungry, which is really bad. And I'm forced to play this Void Pouncer at the moment. Yeah, this is horrific. We might have to splash some green cards. Okay, pack number 3, no Writhing Chrysalis, double Volatile Stormdrake. Holy crap, this is such a dud pack for us. They literally dudded us, boys. The dud packs are here. I guess that's a Nihiland that I could try to wheel. I'm going to take the Smelted Charge Bug because it's the best card that has a positive effect on our deck. Into another terrible pack for us. Oh my gosh. This is such a terrible pack. If you're green, you feel good about this pack, but anyone, like, oh my gosh, we've gotten some terrible packs for our seat. This is so fucking bad. I mean, I don't even know what I'm looking to play here. I'm evenly split between red and white, and I'm going to have to play green cards too. Okay, now there's randomly an Amped Raptor. So I know that this is an open lane, but the packs are just dudded, so we're going to end up with a terrible deck. You're kidding me. I would love to take that Angel, but I have to go with the 2-drop here. Another Slith. I mean, it's a budget Conduit Goblin, I guess. I don't really want Glimpse. I just want energy. I'm energy hungry, baby. Really don't want to play these Void Pouncers. We're probably going to have to use some of our MDFCs and treat them as just like a card, which is not very good. Okay, all right, there's a Conduit Goblin. First Conduit Goblin, pack 3, pick 5. That's hilarious. That means someone pivoted into red-white, then pivoted off red-white, which is absolutely vile. Into another Conduit Goblin. Oh my gosh, this draft is actually just salvaged.
I fucking knew it! Oh!
Wow. Am I actually just playing 5 area auxiliary? I might be forced to. Okay, that's a static prison. That's great. Wow, that was a great 8th pick. Into a wing it. I'm not dissatisfied with that. Alright, well, this deck's going to have to be carried on the back of Flage. That's for sure. We need to hit one more playable to not have to use Void Pouncer. One more playable on the wheel, and the deck looks fine. We are low on interaction, but that's okay. The deck got way more salvage than I thought. I guess maybe people are getting more of their wits about them, and I need to like start prioritizing Conduit Goblins more. It's just like very often I'll get 2 to 3 Conduit Goblins on the wheel. Like I consistently get 4 to 6 Conduit Goblins offered like frequently. I mean, none of these are for us. We can put this in here as a placeholder. If we have to play, we have to play it. It's probably better than a Void Pouncer, considering I have 1 landscape. He's okay. I mean, again, I guess the deck's low on interaction, so maybe it's actually slightly better. We're playing 5 area auxiliary, which is hilarious. The curve is messed up, but I mean, we have good creatures. So if we play first, we'll win first. Wow, I don't want any of these cards. This is really bad. Never fear, the tapped lands are here. The tapped lands are indeed here, brother. Man, I really don't like this card. 6 4-drops is such an oof. I guess since our deck has such minimal removal, the 2 combat tricks are definitely like very impactful. Yeah, this deck is just like curve out. Hopefully we win. I guess we have a Rush of Inspiration, which could refill us, but it's like, I doubt we're going to hold up that much energy. Am I ever playing this? No, it's a 4-mana 2/2. Don't even kid me. Don't even kid. 4-mana 2/2s are not for the team, brother. Imagine we just get past the 6th area auxiliary. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Hey, it's buried alive. It's to the vault. And another wing it. Okay, we might actually just play 2 wing it. That's actually funny. Because of our such minimal interaction, I might actually just take out Simulacrum and play a wing it. That's 25 cards. Deck is 17 creatures deep. I'll take out Simulacrum and throw in a second wing it. I'm not happy to play 3 combat tricks, but just with the way that the draft went, I feel like it's necessary. I have 4 MDFCs, so I can go 15 lands. 15, 13, so it's pretty evenly split. Put in our red-white land. That's not for us. That's not for us. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I don't know why I put Roland and Plissamase over there. So 10 red, 9 white. I think I'm fine with that. It looks good. All right, deck looks good. Okay, so we ended up with a pretty risque red-white aggressive deck. But we do have Flage Titan of Fire's Fury, which is undoubtedly the best card in the entire format. We ended up with 2 Conduit Goblins, which is good, but we are very light on removal, being only a Static Prison, Flage, and a Raw and Implicit Maze. So we're going to be forced to play 3 combat tricks here. So hopefully we curve out with our Goblins and can revive our Flage in order to snowball out of control. So let's go ahead and hop into these games. How are you doing today, Will? I just had my interview, brother. Yeah, man, I am burnt out of the cube. I wanted to enjoy the cube so much, but for some reason this time around, people just don't know the cards, so they just sit there and stall. Okay, well, that's a 1-lander. Can't play that. Alright, I guess this is fine. Probably want to play some stomp over this. Opponent just goes with a land, okay. Good. Inventor, okay. Sweet. Temple. Alright, next turn we can go Airy. Airy into Airy, baby. He's gonna help Interquaddle, I already know it. He's gonna blow us out. I just nabbed it. Let's go.
I fucking knew it! Oh!
Okay. We're goated. Yes, sir, ski brother. My boss and my superior are both off next week, so I gotta design the vertical layout. Your streams will be the only thing keeping me alive next week. Let's go! Hopefully the new Hearthstone expansion will come soon. If I get this job, I'm actually going to build a Wild collection. I just got to race this guy. Wow, my guy's almost as big as his. That's funny. We're actually so jitted here. He doesn't know about the wing it. He clears both my area and I just go wing it for GG. Oh, he's a Phyrexian tower? What the fuck? Okay, sweet. He didn't have a Legion leadership. That's goated. Alright, what do you do here, buddy? Okay. Let's go. Let's go, baby. You've crunched the numbers, and buying the basic mini is the most dust efficient way to accumulate, so I'm going that route. Because I read you can't disenchant the diamond from the golden mini set. So the golden and the mini, the normal one, are good for two different reasons. If you just want dust, then the golden one is better because it's just going to give you a much better rate. And specifically, like, for example, like, whenever I bought the golden mini set for the cowboy set, it was whenever Deep Miner Bran was worth double dust. So I was able to disenchant the golden version of him for double the dust value than normal, which made it way more worth to me. And that gives you a total of like 13,000 dust without the additional bonus. So if you're looking for dust specifically, the golden is the best value. The normal mini set is the best value, number one, if you don't have any of the cards yet, because typically the mini sets provide a lot of powerful cards. And if you're going to need those anyway because you want to play standard, then it is very valuable, and it's realistic that you can just get enough gold to purchase it. The other reason that would be worth it is buying it right when it comes out. If you don't buy the normal mini right when it comes out, then it's way lower impact. Because what it does is if you buy it immediately, then you can no longer pull those cards from the normal pack. So it gives you duplicate protection right away. But if you're like me and you played a little bit after the mini set has come out, I pulled every other legendary that is in the mini set except for one. So buying the normal mini set doesn't provide me any value. So in summary, if you don't plan on disenchanting the cards, the normal one is a huge value. If you do plan on disenchanting them and you want to actually build multiple decks, then buying the golden one is well worth it. Because if you just buy a golden mini set, that's going to give you enough dust to pretty much craft 3 to 4 decks for whatever the most current format is. Alright, well, opponents on the play. I think this is just too slow. Okay, this is crazy. Can we see a Flage, please? Papa needs a new Flage. Ayo, Papa needs a new Flage. Is it too risky for me to put back a land? It probably is with 5 area auxiliary. Do I want to put back Siege Smash? Combat seems relatively important. I guess I'm going to put back Pyro Surfer, since I'm always playing Goblin first. I think the Siege Smash will be relatively important to push through damage. Into a Hexcold Slith? Yes sir, Poppy. You already know what it is. We out here, baby. Alright, show us a Flage. Papa needs a Flage. Papa needs a Flage. Conduit Goblin number 2. What you thinking what I do? Conduit Goblin coming right at you. Alright, we're popping off, baby. Let's work. Goblin control, baby. Talk about it. He's got a Phyrexian Tower. He's comboing. Is he going to sack it? Imagine he just went Phyrexian Tower, sack it, and played the 5-mana guy that draws 2. That would be so broke. Oh, no, he doesn't do anything. Fuck yeah. I love that, man. I love it when my opponent doesn't do anything, man. That's so cool. He could legitimately go for the sack play, though. Wombo combo. That ain't Goblin. It's Hex Gold Slith, baby. Activate ability? Yes, sir, Ski Brother. Get him with a 5. 5-piece with a side of fries. Don't worry, you don't have any responses. Yes, sir. Good play, sir. I respect it. I respect you as an individual, although I will not do the undeniable and address you with the proper pronouns. I will fuck you up in a respectable manner, and as long as you do not use emotes, I will not respond with any emotes of my own. Dross Claw, okay. Maybe it's different for each mini set. Have you thought about that? Because for me, I got only an additional 1,600 off of disenchanting the brand, and it gave me, I remember I calculated it out. I ended up with a total of 14k something dust. So if the brand wasn't worth double dust, then I would have gotten a total of 12, right? Because it would be 14 minus 1,600. It's definitely over 10k. I think it's, at least for the one that I purchased, I'm pretty sure it's between 11 and 13k. Like 11 and 12.5k, something like that. I'm not really sure. Okay, well, he has a Dross Claw, but I am kind of a top G. Fuck it, I'm a top G. Hex Gold Slith number 2. Coming right at you. A. What you thinking? What it do? A. Is it more important to just establish? Yeah, it's important to establish here. Go to combat. This goblin targets that goblin. That goblin targets this Slith. Pay the Juan. Pay the Juan. Enter combat. Pay for the first strike. Fuck on him with the first strike, eh? Oh shit, he's cycling. Every day I'm cycling. Yes, sir, Ski Brother, we working. Looking like you got 12k or so. That's a nice deal, yeah. Well, I mean, I got 14k because of the double legendary, and it was also more beneficial to me because I already owned a normal version of Deep Miner brand, so I was able to disenchant that one as well for full dust value, which gave me another 1,600, and I also just really like playing Control Warrior, so getting the Diamond Deep Miner brand actually meant something to me. So, like, if you don't really care about the cards, then it's probably not as valuable as it was to me. But anytime there's a double disenchant value legendary from the mini set, I think that's the best prime time to do it. We'll have to see what new bundles become available. Oh shit, that's hot. Ah, but that uses my red. Poppy needs a red, brother. I can't play that. I don't even have 2 red. So maybe it just makes sense to throw this down. Yeah, because I can't play both these cards anyway. I think it's a higher likelihood that we draw into another red card versus a red land. 5 sources versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so this is a higher likelihood of getting the action that we want. Do I Smelted Charge Bug or do I Siege Smash? It probably makes more sense to make this action. Go up to 5 here. Enter combat. Targeting here. Decline that. Take action here. Pay the 2 for the first strike. That pushes through 8 total damage for us. Putting him at 5. Okay. Now I'm just going to play this because I think it's a higher likelihood we draw a red card than it is a red land. Yeah, the math. I already did the math. I already know that. Okay, opponent has a Phyrexian tower. This is really scary. Siege Smash is gonna have to carry. Territory Cooler. Okay, I think that's just game for us. Well played, sir. Well played. The aggro jit is back. Johnny, the energy jit, has returned, baby. Let's go. Johnny, the energy jit, has entered the chat, baby. Talk about it. Bro, I'm so excited to win the 2K in the Arena Open this weekend. Like, it's basically locked in. There's a reason they call me the best of all time, baby. It's because goats come and go, boats stay afloat. Also because I have a Flage. You know what? This is why we didn't draw Flage. Always put your cover card as your most broken card and you'll draw it. Okay. Please draw Flage Daddy. Great. All right, we're good. We're good. I asked Daddy nicely, which means when he gets back from going out to get some milk, he's going to bring us back a Flage. Trust me. He said that he'll be back after getting the milk. Dads are all trustworthy like that. Especially ones who promise you a Flage. Oh shit, you got the Malfurion skin. Let's go, my guy. Kind of poggers. Honestly, it's weird because they try to make it seem like it's goated that you get that, but in reality, I feel like the skins you get to choose from are pretty bland. If there was less skins available, it would make the other ones cool. The fact that they've saturated the skins market so much is really what depreciates a lot of them. Having a skin used to be a flex because most people weren't willing to pay $10 to $15 for a digital icon, but now it's like everyone has a skin and you're forced to know about it. Like, dude, I played the game for 2 or 3 months consistently, like almost every day. And every single day through my entire play of Hearthstone, I literally went against at least one person with a skin I'd never seen before. And I have played the game since the OG closed beta. If that doesn't tell you how saturated the skin market is, I don't know what will. Like, I think they just tried to get out of control because they saw other people doing so many microtransactions. When you really think about it, it's like 10 years ago, there were basically no microtransactions, and they were all frowned upon. If a game was just completely microtransactioned out, no one played the game, and everyone blasted on the internet. Move forward 5 years from that, then it's like, oh, this game doesn't have microtransactions, and it was never intended to. We need to add those, because people are being forced to have so many microtransactions that they will just accept it. Because if everything has it, it's kind of like a monopoly, right? It's like price fixing. There's two different stores, and it's like, oh, well, everyone is offering, microtransactions in their game. And it's like, well, we want to make extra money. And even though we care about our players, since everyone else is doing it, they won't care that we're doing it. And that's kind of how microtransactions have started, I don't think a lot of people think enough about that. Am I willing to trade my Slith for a 3-3? Probably not. I'm just going to establish this and pass. It's sad because he actually had the correct corresponding 2-drop to be able to stall the ward, which is very bad against our deck, but I guess if we top deck another auxiliary, we're going to feel pretty good. His 2-drop is also the best one to combat our Raw and Implicit Maze, so he kind of had a lot of things add up for him. Oh my gosh, that's so sacky. Into a Detective's Phoenix? What the fuck?
Hold up. Wait
Dude,
a minute. Something
is this guy on fentanyl? Brother, what are you doing? Calm down, calm down. What the fuck is this? What the fuck? Brother, you can't be doing me like this. Brother. Yeah, I really dislike the microtransaction era, but at least I can still play pretty well as a free-to-play player. Yeah, see, if the game offers the option to turn off microtransactions, it's fine. Or skins. Skins are fine. Because, card games are different because you need to, acquire cards, right? And Hearthstone has been really good about making the game more free-to-play. Previously, it was really bad. Oh my gosh, we just top-decked a Flage. We are so hot right now.
I fucking knew it. Oh!
Am I ever just playing the Flage here, or am I going Area Auxiliary? I think we do actually just play Area Auxiliary. Because if we draw a land here, we just blow this guy's back out. Daddy back from getting the milk. Let's go. My dad actually came back. My dad actually came back. Fuck yeah, man. I love it when daddy comes back. Daddy said, don't put baby in the motherfucking corner, son. I have a lightning helix. Oh my gosh, it's lightning helix. Dude, I need to add the soundbite that's lightning helix. No, stop that. Stop that.
Hold up.
I feel like, Will, I feel like coincidingly, you've actually just, forcefully learned how to play Magic just because you've been watching my stream so much that I've just kind of pushed it down your throat. And now you have, probably a better knowledge level than most people who play Commander, which is kind of funny. Well, that guy's menace. I can only block that because he's first strike. I'm taking 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, but I have a Flage, though. Flage is kind of a hoss. Top deck a land because I'm a G? No. Don't do me like that, son. Don't do me like that. All right. Top deck a land here, please. I'm a G like that. I'm a G. Please don't fuck with me. I'm a G. Please don't fuck with me. Let's go, baby. Talk about it. You're looking at the best of all time for a reason. I'm sorry for the ear rape, but this was just too beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's lightning helix. Get that shit out of here, son. Get that shit out of here. Okay, this has menace, so I have to attack anyway. Oh, wait. Yeah, this is goated. Because now I get 3 energy. Decline. Okay. So if he has a hasty, I can golem. He can attach, and that's fine. I've got a Flage. Please don't fuck with me. You think you're hot, but you're not because I'm a boss, see? Okay. Oh my gosh, that's so huge. Wow. I think this is the perfect combination. Legitimately, I'm almost certain this was the only combination of cards that gives us a chance to not die. Okay, I have to not attack here. Please don't gain energy. Please don't gain energy. Draw a land here. Give me a shot in the dark. This would be the greatest comeback story ever. My stream lagged from popping off so hard. That's funny. Okay, does you have an energy? You have no energy. Yes, yes, no energy. Good. Good boy. Good boy. Oh my gosh, I didn't have it. I thought there was a way for us to put a card in the graveyard. That's so sad. I was one card in the graveyard away from blowing this guy out. The fact that he just ripped a Detective's Phoenix off of his dude is actually just so BS. Alright, well, our deck is just really situated to beat this guy. This guy's a bum. He's playing a red deck without a Flage. Wait, is our opponent actually just an all-mono red deck? I think I just realized that. No, no, no! This hand would be so good if I had a white mana. Can I keep this? The gambler in me tells me to do it, but I think I have to mull. Okay, we have a Flage in this hand. I'm fine with this hand. Oh my gosh, I'm so fine with this hand. Only one Flage stands in the way of victory. Is there a new card I'm most excited for? I mean, I agree, the Druid. I don't really know that many of the cards. I think the Tourist mechanic is just such like a lot of people are hyped for the Tourist mechanic, but for me, I think that it's just a big scam, and a lot of people aren't seeing that. When you think about what the Tourist mechanic really is, it's essentially just a paywall that says if one class has really good cards, now you need to spend money to purchase a legendary in order to do that thing. And that's really sad because it's like if the Tourist mechanic wasn't locked behind a legendary, I think it would be a very interesting mechanic. But it's only like 8 cards you're getting like an additional option to use. And with how slow these sets comes out, with how slow the sets come out, that's just not cool. Like, the sets come out so slow, there should be more cards per set. I just feel like they're putting in little effort. Oh my gosh, the guy just does Amped Raptor into it again? Are you fucking kidding me? Into another bomb rare? Who the fuck is this guy?
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Dude, who the fuck is this guy? He literally just goes turn 2 Smelted Charge Bug into turn 3 Raptor into a rare 2 games in a row. Can someone please alert the judge? This is fucked. I'd alert the judge, but this guy is legally blind, so give him a break. Fuck you. I don't trust this guy. Into another smelted charge bug. That's so toxic, dude. Into a second amped raptor? What the fuck is this guy's deck? Into, wait, he has 3 amped raptor? This is literally the highest win rate performing uncommon in the set. This is actually a higher win rate than Writhing Chrysalis. How did you get 3 of these? And 2 bomb red rares? What the fuck? Dude, that's actually just so toxic. That pisses me off so much. I mean, I'm actually just fucked. This is like the most unfair deck I've ever played against. And I played against so many decks with like 4 Chrysalis. How do you get a deck like this? I had to fight for a Conduit Goblin. I got my first Conduit Goblin pack 3. And this guy's over here with 3 Amped Raptor? This is some bullshit, man. Oh my gosh, that's so toxic. I'm holding full control. What the fuck? What the fuck? Don't mind me, guys. I'm just over here getting butt fucked. It's okay. I love to get butt fucked in my own stream. He gets 3 raptors. You got 2 bonus turns. It all balances out. It doesn't balance out. I got 2 bonus turns in an event that I literally had to like scrounge out every last inch. Wow. If I actually drew a white mana, I could actually bring back Flage and have a chance to play the game. But because I didn't, I'm just fucked. I'm almost 100 drafts into this format, and I'm still yet to have even seen 2 Raptors in the same draft pod. Which is pretty ridiculous when you think about it. Maybe I just need to spend more money so I can be the one with the Raptors. On the bright side, at least Gigantophyte cards aren't in this draft. That's cool. I appreciate that. Oh, hey, it's gone to a Goblin. We didn't brick. Wow. Okay, Goblin into Slith, into Flage. Okay. Into a Zealot. That's gay. I think Hearthstone does a good job making the game effect driven without the effect of any given minion being too complicated. Yes, but the issue is, number one, they're not outputting enough cards. So standard just ends up being like, okay, copy this deck list from HS Replay, and there's no innovation. But the format that actually, like, promotes innovation, number one, they don't initiate any nerfs. Like, the Demon Seed deck is so beyond broken, and for some reason they won't touch it. And it's just so stupid. And that's supposed to be like an innovation-driven format where you're supposed to brew. Number two, the average like 95% of the fan base of the game will never have the amount of dollars that need to be put into the game to actually play that format. Like, very few people can actually afford to like build multiple wild decks. So what ends up happening is most people play, and it's like, if you actually want to be competitive, you basically just can't. Because it's like, okay, I'm gonna try to build the best deck. Oh, well, the card pool is so limited that every other person also is playing the best deck, and then it's just a coin flip because it would be better. I understand the need to make cards with a low amount of text, but the issue outside of that is that not the cards have little text, but because so many cards and so many strategies are just entirely based on variance. Like, for the past, like, 5 years, Mage's identity has not been about, like, Mage's original identity was supposed to be about burn and freeze. Now Mage's identity, and secrets. Now Mage's identity is just about triggering random effects that just win you the game on the spot. Like, either you trigger the random effects by getting a random spell to do a random thing, or you don't. And that's just like, that's fun for a couple games when you're like, oh, that's never happened, that's cool. But if you actually want to grind with that deck, it's like notoriously just not fun. Because it's very like, okay, I had no effect on the impact of this game. So that right there just eliminates like a core pool of decks from like a person who wants to be competitive using those decks. Because what it does is it's like, all right, well, this deck is entirely variance based. I'm not going to play that as a pro player. I say pro lightly, but just a competitive player. Now, these other decks just aren't that good. And there's a limited card pool. So that leaves me with like two options. I can either play Face Hunter or I can play Aggro Paladin. And that's like, Aggro Paladin is kind of cool, but ultimately it's such like a low, like there's some thought to it, but realistically there's not much thought to it. But it's like, okay, well, this is just the best win rate deck. And it's the deck that has the lowest amount of variance. So now I'm just going to play that deck. And that's really what we saw in this entire expansion. The format started off where everybody who wanted to win played Aggro Paladin, or they played Control Warrior and Warlock. which Warlock with the Wheel of Death was extremely based, because it gave a counter to the actual broken Warrior deck. Then they eliminated that counter, extremely buffed Warrior, then realized, oh, that's stupid. And then because they decided to nerf Warrior to the ground as well, it just went back to every single person, once again, playing fucking Aggro Paladin. Like, that's such a terrible game design, especially when this is the lowest amount of cards we will have in Standard for the next year or two. Like, why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. They honestly really lowered the amount of time that they could have gotten players to be like interacting with the game for the duration of the set because of the massive amount of nerfs that they did. If they would have just buffed other cards to make those cards up to the power level of the good decks, then it would have been fine. And honestly, after they did those micro nerfs to Demon Hunter and Aggro Paladin at the beginning of the format, I thought the format was amazing, and you had a lot of options on what you could play. But then they just kept nerfing things because they have this idea in their head that like, oh, if we nerf things, the meta is getting very stale. And we don't have sets come out very often. So what we can do is we can nerf things, and it creates a new meta, more experiences for people to have. And longer time people are playing the game. And it turns out that's not at all what the fuck nerfing does. What it does is nerfing cards in a limited card pool limits the amount of decks you can even fucking play. And then people just play those decks for like 2 weeks and they're like, wait, you nerfed all the other viable decks? I can only play Aggro Paladin? Well, I hit Legend, but what the fuck am I supposed to do now? Aggro Paladin is the only playable deck, and I've already hit Legend. There's no reason for me to continue playing the game. Maybe, like, I don't know, they could have just not fucking removed several game modes that gave players additional touch points to be interacting with the game, and replacing those game modes with a fucking, a fucking game mode called Twist that's offline like 90% of the time, and the one time they bring it back, they make it a microtransactioned out the wazoo game mode that only like 2% of people who are content creators are willing to shell out the money to actually play. And then that format was broken too. They just made Arthas the most absurdly unfair deck to play, and then people played it for 2 weeks and stopped playing. Like, they literally are just self-sabotaging. And not to mention that they fired all of the good developers in the game. But that's really a Blizzard problem, not a Hearthstone team problem. Okay. We have a Flage and we open a one-lander. Fuck me, man. Fuck me in the ass and call me Sally. Why do I do this? Dude! Why am I bricking so hard? Are you fucking kidding me? I mull down to 5. I had to mull down to 6 in the previous game. And I literally just go no land, one land, no land again. That is so BS, dude. Alright, the chances of us actually being able to play the game are so low. And our opponent just is playing the same deck as us, but has better cards and didn't brick. 2 games in a row, I enter a mirror match with another player who just has a slightly better version of my deck and have to hard mull. Wait, he has a Flage too? How did this guy have a loss? Are you fucking kidding me?
Something ain't right.
Dude, what? How am I just going against 2 people in a row who have the most absurdly vile deck? Like, damn, this is really tilting. Yep. This guy literally just has the same deck as the last person we played, which is literally like a 1 in a million deck. That's actually just so crazy. Now he's just going to kill my guy, and I'm just going to quit out. That's dope. Well, that was cool. My opponent just 2-for-1s me, you know, while I'm on a 5-lander. I love this. I love this game, man. Opponent's playing a Roscott Knight. Holy shit. Into an Amulet. Are you kidding me? Why is this guy's deck so vile? Not interested in Twist either. They could have cut it. They could have just not fucking removed the game mode that people actually enjoyed, which was, like, that game mode made me come back to the game, and they immediately deleted it as I came back to the game. It was like, what the fuck? And I'm just sitting here bricked up. Wow, this is such an enjoyable experience. I swear to God, I hope that I actually get a review at the end of this game that says, did you have fun or not? Because I really want to press the not having fun button, because this is so unfun. I draw 4 copies of the same card with not enough lands to play them, and I had to mulligan down to 5 cards 2 games in a row. You've never heard of Duels? So Duels was essentially just like Arena, but it actually just had way more skill. So Arena used to be the most based game mode and was so enjoyable, but then they just decided, you know what? We want to cater to these casual people. And this is the most fucked thing going around with every card game developer right now. All of the card games developers' philosophies right now are just, okay, let's only cater to the casual player base, because they're the only people that matter, which is not true. The casual player base will play the game regardless. So Arena was nerfed to make it extremely RNG heavy, to where none of the people who were liked the game mode a lot decided to continue playing it. And it's just people who are like, huh, I don't know what I'm doing. I want to get a random legendary and just sack someone. So then they made Duels. Duels is a game mode where it's very similar to Arena, in that it's a game mode where you can pay 150 gold and get the same reward structure based on your wins as Arena, but there was also a free option. It's very similar to dungeon runs, except instead you build a constructed deck. So there was like 15 heroes that rotated in and out of the format, and with those heroes, they each had different hero powers and different signature cards that were specific to them. Once you selected one of those, which you were shown like 6 different ones each time, then you would be offered, you could make a 15 or 12 card starting deck, something like that. And after you did that, then you would go against other people. And after each match, you would be offered a bucket of like 3 cards to select from. You pick some of those cards to add to your deck, or you could pick none of those cards. And then you could also pick a treasure. So it's very similar to Arena. Yes, there are some RNG elements, but for the most part, if you're a good deck builder, you would be heavily rewarded. And that was the best way to grind for gold as a free-to-play player. But they eliminated that, and they nerfed Arena to be even more variance-based, to where you literally cannot, like, go infinite even if you're one of the best people in the world. The game mode was so fun. It was probably the game mode that I enjoyed the most right when I came back. The fact that they just removed it was so stupid. And it's like, it's a game mode that requires gold. So it incentivizes people to spend money. Why would you do that? And they were like, well, it's requiring too much time. It's like, you weren't even making adjustments to it. You stopped making adjustments like 2 years ago. And everyone in the community was like, okay, just leave it around and just don't make adjustments. That's better than nothing. And they're like, no, it requires too much. It's like, dude, fuck you guys. Do I actually have a shot to win here? If I actually win this, I'm one of the best people ever. Because I should never win these games. Okay. Please give me a land. Please give me a land. Oh my gosh. Please give me a land. This guy is so bad. Please let me punish him. Please let me punish this guy. Give me a land. Oh my gosh, it's a land.
I fucking knew it! Oh!
Wait, it doesn't fucking matter because I only have one freaking white source. Are you kidding me? That's so stupid. Why? Why am I being sacked by this piece of shit, dude? I'm actually getting hard sacked. We have a hard sacker in the chat. Please bring back duels, Hearthstone. I'm getting tilted. I want to play duels. Duels was so fun. There was a bomb warrior strategy. I liked playing the warlock one because it was a discard deck. So your hero power was 1. Look at 3 cards in your hand, discard a card, and then draw 1. And then the deck, like, you just played 10 discard cards, and the specialized creature you got to choose from said when this guy is discarded, he gets +2/+2 and returns back to your hand every turn. So it made the hero power just a +1 every turn. And then considering that the hero power only costed 1, and you start with a 10 card deck, you were essentially like guaranteed to draw it. What the fuck? Was there a way to win that? No, there's no way I win that. That was so toxic. Wow, that was not enjoyable, and that was such a low roll. Our opponents just straight up sacked us out the wazoo. I've never been sacked harder. I've never been sacked harder, and I played with Writhing Crystals a lot, so I know what it means to sack someone. Alright, well, let's run it back. Alright. We better not get cucked here. Oh, right on time. Let's go. Hello? Alright, welcome back to another Modern Horizons 3 draft on the channel, and we have a very interesting pack here. Conduit Goblin, Bridgework Battle, Propagator Drone. I think Propagator Drone and Bridgework Battle are very similar value. There is also a Warp Tusker that we could potentially get back. I'm going to start with the Propagator Tron. Fuck it. I'm making the call, baby. Oh my gosh, and then we're punished with another Goblin. These Goblins are gobbling away everything. Well, hopefully we wheel a Goblin here. I'm going to take this Detective's Phoenix. I would like that Basking Brood scale, but this is just strictly a better card. These two cards don't necessarily, like, synergize the most with each other, but I do think Detective's Phoenix is best put inside of a red-green deck, because there you are most likely to be able to actually collect Evidence 6. For example, if we end up wheeling that Warp Tusker from pack number 1, that's an immediate way to start bestowing the Phoenix. And the fact you can bestow this from the graveyard as well as the hand is absolutely absurd, because it essentially makes this card a dredge card. And you know we love dredge on the channel. Alright, so this pack has a It That Heralds the End. It also has an Eldrazi Ravager. A couple good black cards here. This is a very tough decision. It That Heralds the End can be a good one for sure. Ravager is okay. I think Herald is probably slightly better. And then I think Curse Marauder is a better card than both of those ever so slightly. The issue is I don't really want to lower my ability to play both these cards in the same deck, and that's what a Curse Marauder does. Typically, I like playing black, but I don't want to start in it. Just because black is better as a supporting color. Okay, well, this pack is pretty decent. We got a Legion Leadership, which is probably the pick. There's also a Bountiful Landscape, which I think is very respectable here. And then there's an Oozewag. I think I'll take the Legion Leadership because it can be good in a red-green deck, but it can also be a fine playable in red-white, which we have noted there are Conduit Goblins in pack 1 and pack 2. Okay, well, here is a Ghostfire Slice. That is a pretty good pick 5 to get here. I do think that this is a little bit undervalued. I'm looking to pick this up pick 3. I mean, even if there's just not that many good cards in the pack, I'd be willing to take it as a first pick in a low power pack. But I'm excited to see that because it kind of solidifies us into red a little bit. Oh, this is a difficult one. We've got Evolution Witness, which is a goodie. There's also Breaker of Creation, another goodie. And then there's also Hex Gold Slith, which works pretty well considering we're noting those goblins. This is a tough one. I'm not big on Freyalise because I think it's more often you're just playing it as a land than a real card. We are seeing a decent amount of green stuff, and this is just a good finisher. Eldrazi decks are pretty much just better on average, and I think the opportunity cost for the Slith is very low. Well, this seems okay. We've already got 3 Eldrazi cards, a Detective's Phoenix to follow it up, so I'm feeling pretty decent about this. There's a Solstice Zealot, which might tell me that I should be interested in going down the Conduit Goblin route. I guess I can pick it up. Worn Power Stone's okay, but it's not like a necessity. Not really leaving a lot on the table here. And I'm not a big fan of Razorgrass Ambush. I just feel like in an aggressive strategy, you don't want to be doing non-proactive things. Okay, we got an Oozewag and a Skoa. I'm going to take the Skoa because it works well in both Eldrazi and as well red-white. Hopefully we get a Goblin here, pick 9. That would be amazing. Then I would declare myself. Okay, someone took the Goblins, so that tells me that we are most likely not going to be able to enter the red-white home. So I'm going to take the Sheltering Landscape in case we end up having to play a couple white cards here. Who knows, maybe we'll get a Flage again. The Goblins are not flowing today. I think Goblin is a really good card, but it's more so something I want to pick up, like pick 6, even on the wheel if you can, because they do wheel pretty frequently. We do have this Naya Landscape, so we're leaving ourselves open to both of the options, and we are primarily red right now, so I think we're in a good position regardless of what's handed to us, but it's looking like green is more open to us. Rush of Inspiration versus Kite. I'll take the Rush of Inspiration because I can play it. Nah, I'm going to take the Kite. I don't really want to play Rush of No, I'm going to take the Rush of Inspiration because I can play it in the red-white energy space. I can also play it in a green-blue-red Eldrazi. Dreadmass to follow it up. Okay, looks like we are probably going to be green-red. Follow that up with a Gift of the Viper. Decent, pack 1. Nothing outstanding here, but I think we have a good opportunity to go into Eldrazi. If we can find a Writhing Chrysalis in our second pack, we're going to be in a really good position with this deck. What is my favorite Magic card of all time? I'm not exactly sure. There's a couple of them. I like Liliana of the Veil, Snapcaster, Huntmaster of the Fells is probably my OG favorite card. Okay, well this pack doesn't have anything too exciting. I probably just take the Malevolent Rumble, try to wheel the Collective Resistance, or a Fanged Flames, or a Nihiland. So we have 3 realistic options that could wheel for us, so this is pretty good. Alright, well, no Writhing Chrysalis thus far. Very unfortunate. I guess there is an Echoes of Eternity, which I think is fine. If you have a bunch of Eldrazi, it's pretty good. I could get a second Skoa, but there is a decent chance for that to wheel. I think let's just go with the Eldrazi Ravager so we have some late game. Really need to find a good, like, Eldrazi game piece to solidify us into this space. If we could get the 4-mana 6/6, I'd be fine with that. Okay, we don't get anything of that. There is a Lelio, which I think is a pretty good card. Not the best in our deck, but it is decent nonetheless, and it's probably the best card in this pack outside that Malevolent Rumble. Alright, well, there's some black cards going around the table. Not a lot of great things for us. I guess I can just go with this Gatekeeper. There's a slight chance that we end up cutting green and go red-black, but I don't think there are a lot of merits to do so yet. Raw Monsoon Mage, that's hilarious. Well, there is an Oozewag, but there's also a second Skoa. I mean, we saw one Skoa previously. There's a chance we end up tabling it. I'm going to take the Oozewag so that we at least have one 4-drop confirmed, because I think 4-drops are pretty decently important, especially this one, because he can give everyone trample, which can give you an out to end the game, right? Our deck's looking pretty aggressive, which means we might end up cutting this Ravager and the Creation. Okay, well, there's another It that heralds the end. How good is that in our deck? Versus a Hydra. I kind of like Herald a little bit more. There's also a Fang Flames in our first pack we could get back. That might be a sign that Eldrazi might be more open than we think, and the good Eldrazi cards just haven't been open. Because this is a good card, especially in multiples. Yeah, this is a good card, especially in multiples, because it is a Lord, so it can turn on the other ones. Well, there is a red-white-black land. There's also a Petrifying Meddler and a Serum Visionary, and a Void Pouncer. Maybe Void Pouncer is just better for this deck. Yeah, this card isn't that great, and our deck looks pretty aggressively slanted. I'm going to take the Void Pouncers, try to do some red-green aggressive things. No Chrysalis, unfortunately. Void Pouncer can be pretty decent if you get enough lands. Alright, well, I guess that's just a Foul Strike for the sideboard. That works for me. Sign me up for a Foul Strike in the sideboard, Sonny. Hopefully we can get back a Skoa here. Double Skoa is actually really strong, especially in an aggressive deck, because you're more likely to be willing to actually sacrifice 2 mountains to use the effect, and it is a fine finisher. So far, we're in an okay position, but we don't have anything that really, like, makes our deck great. We're really just going to have to hope that in pack 3, we either get a Chrysalis or we get a Spawn Gang to make this, like, a premium deck. Because I don't think we're going to want to be playing Breaker, at least. We might play Ravager if we don't get another Skoa, but hopefully we don't have to do that. Okay, unfortunately, we didn't get back the Fang Flames. We did get the Collective Resistance, which is a premium card. I actually really like this card because the fact you can 2-for-1 an artifact and an enchantment is crazy. And red doesn't have the best enchant, and green doesn't have the best enchantment removal. Oh, hey, there's our second Skoa. That's actually looking really good for us. Super glad I didn't pick up that first one too early, because this way we got the Oozwag and the Skoa, which is absolutely amazing for us. Infernal Captor we might actually play. I usually don't end up in a deck where Infernal Captor is good, but this legitimately might be the one. I don't want to have to play any of these, but I'll take the Skyclaw. It's a pretty filler card. Alright, moving on to pack 3. Show us something, baby. Once again, there is no Writhing Chrysalis in sight, and that is a sight for sore eyes. There is a Basking Brood Scale, which is going to be the pick for us. Currently only have 1 land, so I'd like to get a couple more at least. But we're kind of low on playables. Hopefully we end up wheeling this Evolution Witness. That's a card I'm decently happy to run here. Okay, well there's a Eldrazi Repurposer, which is probably fine. Not a good land for us, unfortunately. Man, these packs have been relatively dudded. Arena of Glory is a good one if we get it on the wheel, but I gotta take the creature here. Okay, well there's a Wumpus Aberration. That's actually a decently good card for us in our deck. Maybe we could end up with a couple more Void Pouncers and a couple of lands, and the deck could be okay without a Writhing Chrysalis. We do have a Detective's Phoenix and a Lelia, which is pretty good. We've got 3 supplemental 4-drops, which isn't the worst. People are being slow today, man. This deck's also pretty low on interaction, which is unfortunate. So we currently have 3 combat tricks, 1 piece of removal, which is not where you want to be. Maybe we could get a couple fight spells here. We already have 15 creatures. Okay, well, unfortunately there's no land for us to take, which is really sad. There is a Nyxborn Hydra, which I'm relatively happy to play in this deck. It at least gives us a late game mana sink. Man, if whoever's in white is going to be happy about that pack, man. That Keeper of the Guard is a really good one if you have a really good 2-drop. Like, if you have another rare like a Felia or a Johnny, it becomes so insane. Even in black, if you have a Marionette Apprentice, great card, great card. No land for us once again, which is really hurting us here. I guess I'll take the Revitalizing Repast. I'm going to have to get at least a couple lands for it that heralds the end. Damn, this is terrible for us once again. Take the Void Bouncer again. This deck is so low value. This is really sad. Can we wheel a red-green land, please? If I can get at least 1 red-green land, I'll be pretty decently happy with it. At this point, I guess I'm willing to play a fetch. Yeah, this really sucks. I've just got to take the fetch. It doesn't do anything for our deck, but it means that we don't have to play a waste. Into another dud pack. Fuck, man. They're literally dudding us. I don't know what it is. We've just been a bad seat at the table the past couple of games. 3 slow lands that aren't really doing anything for our deck, but that's okay. Wow, this is really sad. We've honestly just been cuckolded 2 back-to-back drafts. We opened no good, like, Eldrazi bombs. There really wasn't a good lane for us to go into. Man, I feel like I've just been sandwiched against in between people who are just pivoting off what they're doing back-to-back. It's really unfortunate. I mean, technically I could splash Meddler, but I don't think it's worth it. It just hurts our consistency for no reason. $16 creatures, okay. And we're evenly split, that sucks. So we're going 9 green with 10 red. I think that's fine. Deck looks okay. Alright, well, my mom just got home and I think we're going to go eat, so I'm probably going to hop off for today, but I appreciate everybody who stopped by. Definitely will be back. Make sure to check out the new draft video that I just uploaded on the YouTube today, and hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Arena Open coming up this weekend, which I will definitely be doing some runs until we qualify, but we're going to qualify for day 2 on the very first try, baby, because as you can see, I am the MH3 master. I can make a red-green deck work without red and chrysalis all day, baby. Maybe not this time, maybe not next time, but one day I will be victorious. Hope you guys have a good one, and as always, if it's not the goo, it's got to go. Peace.